Hello, good evening. It's around 11 o'clock. Welcome to the weather update. Very cool today, but a lot of clouds around. Uh, we'll take a look at the current temperatures because it's really nice and cool out right now. We have 55 degrees at Farmingdale, the dew point of 43, so very comfortable outside. And we can actually compare that, and I think the comfortable air has even made it down into the heart of New Jersey as well. 52 at Mount Holly and 56 at Toms River with a dew point of 48. So yes, everybody is enjoying this nice, cool air today, including New Jersey, dealing with some really nice, looking at some nice weather. And look at these temperatures across the area. Temperatures in the 50s. No need for the air conditioner tonight. This does have it a little warmer around Toms River, but northeast winds, and actually, I'm curious to see what West Hampton is down to. So let's take a look at West Hampton. Yeah, and we'll go back to the Weather Service website here. Well, we're trying to get to West Hampton. Let's see what we got. Central Park obviously warmer at 69, 52, but I have a feeling it's going to drop back. If the winds die down, it's going to go into the low 40s tonight at West Hampton. Well, it'll be very interesting to see what the low temperature is. Oh boy, we've got a lot going on in the tropics. As you can see here, let's start with Humberto, which fortunately has missed Bermuda. It has not made a direct hit on Bermuda, but they did have some tropical storm conditions in Bermuda. So let's take a look at the latest public advisory for Hurricane Humberto. And as of 11 p.m., the center of Hurricane Humberto is located near latitude 34 north, longitude 63.9 west. Humberto is moving toward the northeast at now 23 miles an hour. So this is going to be continuing its motion here. Maximum sustained winds still remain near 120 miles an hour with higher gusts. It's a Category 3 hurricane. And hurricane should start to weaken later tonight and become post-tropical by Friday. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 90 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 220 miles. Several stations on Bermuda are reporting sustained winds of 40 to 50 miles an hour with higher gusts. So it looks like Bermuda did get some effects from this. The minimum central pressure was 952 millibars, or 28.12 inches. Fortunately, this storm is in the middle of the ocean, so we'll look at the yeah, that's what I want to look at this. So we'll look at the planned track. You can see it grazed Bermuda. Bermuda got into the tropical storm force winds. But as you can see, it's moving out into the open ocean, and it's going to become a post-tropical, so-called post-tropical storm. But I think this thing could definitely impact parts of Europe. Going to have to keep an eye on that for sure. And again, maximum sustained winds 120 miles an hour, and its movement is northeast at 23. So it is definitely starting to pick up some speed now. Now we've got to worry about another one, Jerry, tropical storm Jerry. So it's going to become a hurricane, and it's going to move close to the Leeward Islands. This again will be mostly out in the sea, but we'll look at the public advisory here as well on Jerry, strengthening, likely to become a hurricane soon. So at 11 p.m., the center of tropical storm Jerry was located near latitude 15.4 north, longitude 51.8 west. Jerry is moving toward the west-northwest at near 15 miles an hour. A west-northwest motion at a slightly faster forward speed is expected over the next few days on this forecast track. It will be nearer north of the northern Leeward Islands Friday and pass north of Puerto Rico on Saturday. Maximum sustained winds have increased to near 65 miles an hour with higher gusts. It's probably going to become a hurricane on Thursday, they say, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 45 miles from the center, and the estimated minimum central pressure is 997 millibars, or 29.44 inches. So let's now take a look at what the map for tropical storm Jerry. So here's the track, and you can see here that could affect parts of the brush the northern Leeward Islands, and that makes that right turn. But look at that. Bermuda may wind up being under the gun again for this storm, so we're going to have to watch this closely. We're going to have to watch this closely. We're still not done yet, because now we have tropical storm Imelda. And then you have these two other areas which have a 10% chance of forming. We'll have to keep an eye on that. And then we have Imelda. So tropics are really busy. Tropical depression Imelda, 30 mile an hour winds, a minimum central pressure 10.08 inches. But the thing with this storm, you see it's over land now, it's going to sit over that spot for a while, very much like Harvey did it. So the concern is going to be flooding. Not so much wind, but flooding. So that's what's going on in the tropics. Let's take a look at the models and see what is going to be happening as we head into the rest of this week. Yeah, I'll show you what, before I do that, let's go and look at Humberto here on the satellite. This is what it looks like on the satellite. You can see the eye is losing definition. It's getting sheer. So it's expected to weaken. I'm surprised it's still 100. You can see there's Bermuda. That little dot right there is Bermuda. But you can see that it kind of missed Bermuda. It went just to the north. The worst part of it just went to the north of Bermuda. Fortunately for Bermuda. So let's go back to the models now and take a look. See, there's Humberto right there. Moving away, fortunately, from any land masses. We have that high just settling in for tomorrow, bringing us nice weather. It starts moving to the south on Friday, which means and to the southwest. So we're going to get more of a warmer airflow around the backside of the high for the weekend, and it could be more of a westerly flow. So we may not even see much sea breeze activity on those days because of that. You can see the way the isobars are, it indicates kind of a westerly flow. So that'll bring in the warmth for us. This is, I'm assuming this is Jerry. Keeps Jerry kind of, oh yeah, there it goes. So we'll have to keep an eye on that on the miles. We have to look at that. That'll be in tomorrow's weather update. We'll get into a little more detail when it comes to Jerry. But as you can see, for our weather, fortunately, Jerry kind of stays away from us. And we have more high pressure trying to settle in and more. And then we get into, we're just looking at the general pattern. Look, oh, there's another storm. So I don't know what storm that is that it's developing. That's not Jerry. That's not Jerry, right? No, that would not be Jerry. That's something else entirely. But look at that. It kind of heads to our area there. But this is October 4th now. This is in the super long range. So I'm just curious to see what it is developing. So I'm going to change this to the regions and see to the North Atlantic region and see where what it's developing. That it's developing one of those depressions into something. Yeah, it's totally random. You know, if you look at it on the run before, it probably isn't even there. Yeah, it is there. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye on that. But again, the storm hasn't even formed yet. So, but you know, the tropics are still active and they've been very busy, and we're going to have to continue to watch that. So let's go into our area, northeast, and look at how we're going to be doing with the temperatures over the next couple of days. So let's just back this up to Thursday, and we'll look at the temperatures and see what we'll be dealing with. So we're going to be having some nice, look at that tonight. It's going to be dropping, could be into the 40s in some areas, 50s for the rest of us. And then for tomorrow, look at that. We only get up to the upper 60s and low 70s, which is really delightful. A little warmer on Friday with mid-70s, and then when the weekend comes and we got that westerly flow, that's when we're going to heat up. And we're going to be dealing with 80 to 85 for Saturday, and Sunday too, probably 80 to 85, except maybe right along the water. And then as we go into next week, the heat kind of looks like the heat tries to go away for Tuesday, Wednesday. We have more cool weather again. Friday, we're just looking at there could still be some heat, but generally less heat as we head into the October. There should be less heat, but it's still indicating some heat for us. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. You know, the summer's going to be stubborn about going away. You know that. Let's go look at the dew points now and see how we're going to fare with the dew points as we go into Thursday. So you can see very low, nice dew points, only in the 30s perhaps. Really nice dry air. You can see that northeasterly flow that continues, and then as we go into Friday, it sort of becomes a little more northwesterly. Still low humidity, but as we go into the weekend, the humidity comes up a little bit, but still not terrible. It comes up a little bit, but it still has dew points in the 50s, which is still comfortable. And even to Sunday here, still having dew points relatively comfortable. So it does not look like we'll be dealing with humidity until maybe Monday. And then that front comes through, drops in, brings us some more nice weather. Right around Wednesday, Thursday, we start seeing, and then maybe having a stall front there, perhaps. And then it could get humid by next weekend, according to this. We could have a lot of humidity. So, again, we have to keep an eye on it. Obviously, you can see the humidity is trying to surge northward again there toward the end of the period. So, I'll have to keep an eye on that. Now, let's look at the sky cover. Excuse me. So, there is Humberto going offshore there. And more clear weather across our entire area, Long Island and New Jersey. For Friday, maybe some clouds thrown back at the east end of Long Island, maybe. But it could be another clear day. And then as we end the weekend, we might be dealing with some more high cloudiness, but might be overdone. We might actually have clear skies on the weekend, too. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. And then Monday, we have that front come through, and then it looks like clears out for Tuesday. And then Wednesday, more clouds roll in. Thursday, maybe some more clouds. Friday, maybe more clouds. We'll have to see. It's Friday the 27th. We'll have to see. This is way in advance. So that's obviously way in advance. So let's look at the NAM model that comes to the sky cover. And we have no chances of precipitation. It remains extremely dry across our area. This is going to be one of the driest Septembers we've had in a while. We're hardly getting any rain at all. Thursday, yeah, not really. It looks like it has some more cloudiness maybe over the really eastern part of the Jersey Shore, maybe from times over on south there might be some clouds along the coast, but for Long Island it should be clear. For Friday, throwing maybe a little more cloudiness in the afternoon. We'll have to see what happens with that, but for the most part, we're gonna have another nice. Tomorrow's gonna be nice. Friday a little warmer, but still nice. Once we get to the weekend, it's gonna get a lot warmer. So. Anyway, I guess that does wrap up this weather update. So hopefully you enjoy this nice weather. And again, we could have some rough surf at the beaches, I guess, from Hurricane Humberto, maybe kicking up the surf a little bit. But it's pretty far away, though. So that does wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.